Hi. Hi, everyone. I just had to get my people tagged. Whoo. I am super tired from last night. Halloween was amazing for me. And now I'm about to talk about this heavy topic, y'all. And I want you guys to definitely chime in because I want to hear from you guys. And if you got questions, please make sure that you get them out so that I can get to you. I'm working with a phone that just messed up last night. My phone got a little strip through it right now. So if I be doing like this a lot, that's where it came from. Because Halloween was lit, honey. So I got an iPhone 12 me, please. How you doing? Gucci. We're going to be talking about abortions, guys. I wanted to have this conversation because I was recently having a conversation with some friends just briefly, and we was discussing like our views on abortions. And I stood in the middle because I don't know. It's like I'm torn between the two of views. And so I want to talk about it today to get a better understanding of the whole stigma around abortions and the pro-life, pro-choice whole debate. Yes, that's my neighborhood. I probably was exercising. Hello, everybody. We're going to have Shawanda on in just a second. I'm just letting everybody get here. Guys, make sure because I tried to go live from my other page, that live page that I have, and that's just not working well. I'll still post the videos there when I'm finished, but I'm really trying to transition over into YouTube. So you guys, please, if you love me, go and follow my YouTube. I just started it, and I put some of the videos that I did already up there. So Oris Azell is not hard to find. It'll take you just not even 2 seconds to do. So we can transition there. I'll still be going live on Facebook, of course, though. But I'm trying to go into the YouTube world. All right, so we got some people here. Shawanda, let me know if you're ready. I know that you are a pretty busy woman yourself. Hi, Novella. Are you guys ready to talk about this? I mean, abortions. You know, they said that is like a huge thing. Okay. Oh, Jesus, Kevin. See, look. Okay. All right, well, let me go ahead and get Shawanda on. Shawanda, request to join now when you're ready. Hey, Daisha. So, Shawanda, all you gotta do is just request and then I'll add you in. Oh, there you go. Hello.
Can you hear me?
It's kind of fuzzy. Do you got earphones?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now, but I hear myself echoing.
I think you do that on the apps when it's two people.
Yeah, that's why I asked you if you gotta grab some earphones because, honey, we be having issues with this.
I have some earbuds. Hold on.
Okay. This is Shawanda Wynn, guys. See, I can't even read our comment. My phone is so messed up. What did Kevin say? 'Cause I know he said something, please.
I don't see the comments. Yeah. Y'all are super. We muffled. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. So she said you gotta wear headphones in. Just let me know when you're ready. Shawanda? Yeah, we're working on that right now. It's very important that the guests have earphones. Okay, I guess she's gonna get her stuff together and come back. Hi, everybody. Are you guys ready to discuss abortions with me and Shawanda and Taylor? I want to see the opinions. You said headphones don't work. I have this big LED strip in the middle of my phone. Y'all know what I'm talking about when you drop it in the screen, so I can see like half the stuff. Yeah, but the show must go on. You said headphones do not work. Is that what you're saying? Okay, here she go. Oh, they should work better. So I can hear you at all now. Hey, Sine, how are you? That's great that she need a little time so we can get some more people to come in. Can can you hear? No, when you got up there, I could not hear at all. So I'm not sure what happened there. But headphones, 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 because when that's good. You have them. Okay, so try to come back, Shawana. Let's see if it works now. I just couldn't hear you when you had came back the second time. So come on back. So I wanna hear from you guys down there. Where are my people that are pro life? Do I have any pro life viewers walking? Okay, I was waiting for Shawanda dance.
Can you hear me now?
Perfect,
Okay.
perfect. Okay, yes, this is what I need. All right. So first of all, thank you for agreeing to even come on my show. You know that I love to talk. I've been doing this. This is my thing, and I get a lot of great reviews about it. So I want to continue doing this. So thank you for being a part of that because you definitely are a supporter. And how are? Can you hear me?
Yes, baby, I
Oh,
can
okay.
hear
Well, yeah. So thank you for that. What we're going to be talking about today is abortions.
you.
Like I was telling them, this has been on my mind recently because it is a big issue. And I was having a conversation with my friends the other day, and we was discussing abortion. And it led me to sit here and think like, well, am I for it or am I against it? I'm in the middle. So I kind of need you guys' take on everything to kind of help me make a decision. And at the end, I will share where I'm leaning towards. Okay. So, in an article I was reading from focusonthefamily.com, I found that pro life and pro choice are two terms used liberally. One is occupied with women's rights, and the other is associated with saving babies. But associating one particular subject with each term is inaccurate. In reality, both pro life and pro choice motives and objectives are quite complex and diverse. Sadly, both are often oversimplified, leaving the one party believing harsh misconceptions about the other. So, Shawanda, you are a mother of four
Pro-choice.
and you're pro choice.
Hmm.
Okay. Can you tell me what is your biggest reason why you chose pro choice? Why?
I say pro-choice for me
Okay.
because you never know. Like some people be having health issues where it's life and death if they don't get a medical abortion. Some people are rape victims. Some people might contract the STD that can harm the well-being of the child. Um, Financial reasons, I'm just pro-choice. Like, you never know somebody's situation, so I think it's up to them to say if they're fit to even bring life into this world or not, from
Okay.
personal experience.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad that you said that because I want to ask you, have you ever had an abortion?
I have not went to abortion clinic,
Hmm.
um, but I have had some miscarriages,
Okay.
spontaneous
Which
miscarriages.
is different. That is a lot
Yeah.
different. So, but you're saying that you're not opposed to having an abortion if you know that's where you're at. That's the space that you're in at the time.
Hmm.
You will
I'm
have
for
one.
choice.
Okay.
I'm for choice.
Do you not believe in other options like adoption or
Yeah,
surrogacy,
I do.
things like that?
But I also think that should be pro-choice. Like, it should be up to that person to make that decision. Like, it is other options other than like abortions. It is adoption agencies to families that can't have kids. It is it's a lot of opportunities and programs for single mothers.
Mhm.
It's more than just a choice to have abortions, but I also feel like, personally, from a personal point of view, I know I wouldn't want to bring a child in this world with my background, me not having a mom or dad, um, and giving life to a child and feeling like making their life harder by giving them life. I also can't see myself birthing a child and knowing it's a child on earth that's mine and someone else is with a complete stranger. Even if it could have a better life.
Right.
I just personally I can't do it. I couldn't live with that. I couldn't do it.
Do you feel like some people say that's selfish? Do you feel
It
like
it
that's
it,
selfish?
it, it in some forms it is. It is, but that's just my
That's
choice. Like,
what you're
I
saying, right?
couldn't do it. I do believe, everybody deserves a life, everything happened for a reason, but me personally, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I would rather get an abortion early on. I also believe in, the stages of abortions. I wouldn't do it when my baby is fully turned, but if it's early on and I'm not ready or I feel like it's better off, where it's at, than,
Hmm.
bringing life into this world, then I would get an abortion.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that too. We're just going right with the flow because I want to ask you about, is there a certain time frame where you feel like, okay, getting an abortion at this time wouldn't be so
As
bad?
bad.
Yeah.
I do. I feel like as long as it's not a heartbeat, which
Hmm.
life is life, but
Yeah.
I feel like if you're not tearing the limbs, which I'm not judgmental on
Hmm.
any form of fashion with anybody choice. But me personally, I wouldn't want to wait till a child is like it got arms and legs and could possibly survive if it was to be birthed, killing it. No.
Ooh, yes. So do you believe in, how do you feel when people say getting an abortion is child murder? Do you feel like it's murder?
No, because at the same time, you never know what that individual is going to. A lot of people be going through depression and mental states, and everybody's not like suited to be a mom. At the end of the day, it's okay if you're not, if you know you don't have you together and you feel like you will be harmful to that child. I don't see
Right.
nothing wrong. I don't see nothing wrong because people be having issues. Yes, you know what you're doing when you conceiving a child. Mistakes happen. People be on drugs. People get raped. People be,
Yeah.
it'd be a lot of different scenarios. So I'm not judging. I just think it should be done in like a certain time
At a
frame.
certain time frame. So could you get an abortion after a certain time frame? Let's
You
say
can,
you can.
yeah. I
Okay.
think it's
So
up to like 5 months now. Yeah.
wow. I mean, so and people still want to consider that child murder. I mean,
I think it is, once you're that far along, because if the baby has a possibility of like if you was to like birth the child, it could live.
right.
It has chance.
So being pro-choice first, let me say this because a lot of people may not know what
You said what now?
pro-choice is. I said first, let me just explain to the people what pro-choice is because, like I said earlier, people have a stigma around it or thinking it's just this one particular thing. But for anyone who's just now hearing about pro-choice, generally people who identify as pro-choice believe that everyone has the basic human right to decide when or whether to have children. When you say you're pro-choice, you're telling people that you believe it's okay for them to have the ability to choose abortion as an option for unplanned pregnancy, even if you wouldn't choose abortion for yourself. So saying pro-choice meaning like not saying that, oh, I'm pro-choice, so that means I'm going to get an abortion. Being
Right.
pro-choice meaning that uh, it just depends on the person case by case. You're saying
Yeah.
that even if I chose not to get an abortion, I'm still pro-choice because that may be something that you want to do. So
Right.
I just forget that pro-choice is just not all about, oh, I go and get abortions when I feel like I can't raise a baby right now. It's not just about that. So I did learn that pro-choice is saying whether you keep all your kids and never had an abortion, like you said, you never had one, and but you still will be non-judgmental to a person who wants to get an abortion because they feel like it's not right.
Exactly.
What could you, like you said when you was mentioning like people get an abortion because of a rape or something trauma, like something traumatic happened in their life. Could you see yourself like you don't believe in you can't carry a baby that was conceived in trauma?
Um, yes, but no. I'm gonna be honest
Okay.
with you. Yes, but no. Depending on the situation. Rape, I wouldn't. Me
Hmm.
coming from, my background, my
Yeah.
upbringing, I learned like early on, like I'm not even gonna say early on, like I probably learned this maybe some months ago. It's
Hmm.
easy. Most kids that came from broken home easily keeps the recycle going, like the cycle
Hmm.
going. Also, I noticed with black mothers and black fathers, we tend to take our damage and install it in our kids without even knowing, because we're not
Mm.
aware of it. Um, like I said, it's a lot to do with like the mental state. Nobody's perfect. I don't judge people based off what, because I don't know their situation. Everybody's situation is different. Like when I was pregnant with my last child, I had a condition and I could have died while giving birth to him. A lot of
Wow.
people, and I also couldn't get an abortion with the condition. So like I said, you never know people's situations.
Right, right.
I
So,
don't believe in like getting one when it's the last day. But like I said,
yeah.
people have financial problems. Some people can't afford. I don't been in so many situations where people done been in about different
Hmm.
scenarios. So I get it. That's why I say I would never judge. I know it's some people like, oh, I never could have kids. I would die to be a mom. I would die to. But like I said, everything happened for a reason. God makes no mistake. So just because you're not able to conceive, you shouldn't be down in somebody because they are, but they're not ready.
Right. Okay. But them not being ready, do you feel like the only result is to go to an abortion?
No,
You
that's
know?
why I said pro-choice. It's adoption
Right.
agencies. It's I know this one girl, she's married, have kids, and she's a surrogate to families. It's other choices. But I also think abortion should be an option if that's what you choose to do. Because I know I wouldn't
Absolutely.
want to birth my kids and not be a part of them. I know I wouldn't want to have my kids on this earth and not know where they came from or who their real parent is, because I know that type of damage it do to a child.
Exactly. Okay, let's see what some of the people that are watching saying. It's not a matter of I can't following. It's a matter because I got my phone is messed up. It's a matter of blessing who can't conceive. Okay, so a lot of people, there's a lot of women that struggle with even being able to conceive a baby.
Hmm.
So I feel like they will be really strong and passionate about this topic because they feel like there's women who uh, having unplanned pregnancies or out here getting pregnant, having fun, whatever, and just I mean, because there's some women that go through abortions multiple times in 1 year. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And they're looking at it like I'm sitting here. I can't even conceive a baby. I want it so bad. I'm going to be the best mother that I can be, while you're out here just having babies and just throwing them away. Basically, that's what they're saying. That you're just throwing them away. You're killing them, or you're going to abort them like it's nothing, like it's just a fashion. So, do you think that women who decide to get multiple abortions, do you think they should be judged? Do you think they should be
No,
looked
I
at?
think that's their business. They can't be faulted if a person cannot conceive. And also with conceiving, like some people just cannot have kids. Other people then had abortions in their past and
Mm-hmm.
it messes them up for their future. You still cannot hold that against somebody that is reckless. That's something they got to take up with God. If they're
Mm-hmm.
abusing the situation, just getting them, just okay, every time I have sex, I'm gonna get recklessly pregnant and just get an abortion. No. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
token, I'm still not judging that individual because that's their life. That's something they gotta live with. That's something they gotta take up with God. Also, people, that can't conceive sometimes
Mm-hmm.
that have multiple STDs and that messes them
Mm-hmm.
up also. So like I said, it's a spin around
Right.
subject. I
Right.
get I get both sides. It's just with me, knowing if you being reckless or whatever, that's your choice. Like I can't judge you, you can't judge them, the next person can't judge them because of what they can't do, or they feel like they're not getting their right blessings. It is proper steps that you can take before it comes to abortion. But
Yes.
some people choose to be reckless, or like I said, you never know the situation. They could be raped and not known they even conceived until they go to the doctor and it's 3 months later and they find out, oh, I'm pregnant, and this happened
Right.
at a wild night. You never know. So that's why I be like, I'm not gonna say I'm turning my nose up to
Mm-hmm.
judgmental people. I just believe in, don't be too quick to sweep the next person's
Mm-hmm.
doorstep if your
Mm-hmm.
shit is not together, because everybody has something they got to answer to. Everybody done sin. No, I don't believe
Mm-hmm.
in just killing innocent kids or abusing the procedure. But
Mm-hmm.
if that's what you choose to do, that's your life. You should be able to do that. Because who would want to, like, say for instance, a person is feel like they pushed to have a birth a child that they didn't want.
Right.
They resenting the child. They're raping the child. They're passing all this damage or abusing the child. What
Mm-hmm.
do you think is better? Do you think that's another child that's gonna 9 out of 10 times gonna repeat that same behavior, or do
Possibly.
you think it should be pro-choice? And if you wanted to, get an abortion, that's your choice. Like, I don't know. I'm pro-choice.
Great. Okay, so I'm glad that Mietta mentioned something about a man, because this is what I want to ask you about too. Okay, do you think that how do you feel about women going to go get abortions? Because sometimes it's because of who they got pregnant by.
Yeah.
Now, now listen, this is a big thing, especially in the black community, because the black minorities are the biggest goers to the abortion clinic. 37% of abortions come from black women and 34 from Hispanic.
Hmm.
So this is a heavy thing in the black community and minorities, period. Okay, but a lot of women say that, because me, I like to consider pregnancies as being planned, but that's just me. And I
Hmm.
know that the world don't work that way. Things
Hmm.
happen. I
Hmm.
get it. But a lot of women would say, okay, well, it's not about me not wanting the baby. It's me not wanting the baby by him.
Hmm.
Do you think that is a good enough reason to go to the abortion clinic?
It's not, but at the same time, we can't judge that person, because I know
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of cases, I have homeboys too. I know a lot of men be like, okay, the condom pop, I try to buy her a Plan B pill. I'm not ready to be a father. I did my protocols. She didn't want to take that step. And a lot of females also feel pressured into getting an abortion just because the man don't want, the child. So I mean, it be different reasons. Like, I get what they saying, but it's not gonna
Yes.
change what I'm saying.
Right, right,
Yeah.
right. So I get that. It's just that my thing is, like I said, I respect your opinion where you stand on it 100%. It's just, there's so many different types of situations that there could be. I just want to know, like, I just don't see, because there are other options.
Hmm.
I just feel like abortion is just like, why does that got to be just the number one go to? Why can't people? There's people out here that consider like, I would love to adopt a child. I want to adopt a child myself. There's people who, oh wow, I can't get pregnant. I would love to see what that feels like. Or can you please just have the baby and let me raise the baby. Or yeah, he may not be the best guy in the world, but this child is an innocent child. I'm going to bring the child in the world. I'm going to make sure that the baby has the best life, whether I can provide it or someone else can. Why? I just feel like, why is abortion so? Why is it the go-to? You know what I'm saying?
I think people, when you, this is for people, I mean, everybody is different. When you get pregnant, some people don't have the luxuries of, I'm gonna say in the black community, most of the time, don't have a, oh, this was planned. Oh, we married and this is something we look forward to. Most of the time
Right.
it's unplanned. And I think, once you find out, most female, I can't say most females, I know some, even with
Hmm.
my kids that I birthed, it's
Hmm.
a exciting feeling, and then sometimes you get scared. You dealing with pregnancy hormones that go into play. Like it's a
Hmm.
lot. It's a lot. Like it's a lot. It's a lot going through that procedure. It's a lot living with the consequences after that procedure, and it's a lot bringing life into this world. Because it's
Right.
it's in your, like, it's your responsibility. It's no off and on.
Yeah, spirit
Yeah.
between. Right. Okay. So, right. I like that answer. Like I said, I feel like, being pro-choice is basically, it's a case by case thing.
Yes,
Whatever
that's what
you're
I
feeling,
feel.
whatever you're feeling. Do you think that people go get abortions and regret
I know a lot of people. I know a lot
it?
of people, and a lot of people that regret it also be the same ones so judgmental on women that they claim have kids and they feel like they can do a better job. You can't say what you feel like you will do until you put in that position, because a lot of people mentally don't be the same after childbirth. So like I said, I think everybody should stop being judgmental. I believe
Hmm.
in minding the business that pay you, mind your damn business, and let people live their life. You only get one. You can't judge nobody. It's different situations. People don't be ready. People done seen the damage that they done went through, or people done heard it's a lot. Like I said, health, financial reasons, emotions, mental state. Um, if you got a lot of kids, like I said, it's other steps you can take before going that route. You're absolutely right, Oris. It's other precautions, protection, but protection also breaks. Let's be honest. And
Hmm.
the Plan B pill, I know for a fact, don't always work, and it's is 99.9% um always accurate. So like I said, some people, I don't believe, you know that's their last. Like I feel like I have no choice. Like this is what I think is the best decision in the moment. And I also feel like people, that's just their form of birth control. But at the same
Right.
time, either or, I don't judge. I'm pro-choice, always, always will be, because you never know somebody's situation. You never know what they're dealing with. You never know what's behind the scenes. You just never know.
Exactly. I really, really love that you're passionate about your decision to be pro-choice because, like you said, what
What
works
works
for
for
you may
you may
not
not
work
work.
work for the next person. So it's just like a case by case thing. My biggest concern of it was like, I hope we're just not running to abortion when we are having some second thoughts about being pregnant. I just hope that we're not running to abortion, because there's so many other things like some of them were saying, you may not be financially stable, your heart may not be ready for it. Okay, but there's still other options. I don't feel like we explore the other options like we should. Yes, you may not be financially ready, or yes, your heart may not be ready for it, or your mind. But what about this family who's been struggling to have kids for 20 years and never succeeded, who would be gladly take over this child?
But do
I
you
just,
also feel like that should be the barrier of somebody else? Just because somebody is not able to conceive, do you feel like that should be brought upon, okay, well, since this person can't conceive, I'm going to force myself to get life, even if that's something I don't want to do? I don't believe in that neither. Like that's something you
But,
have to take up with God. And there's other choices now for
mhm,
people that can't conceive. You can take your egg and do XYZ. It's just money to do so. So, like
exactly.
I said, like people can't always say, oh, this girl got XYZ kids and I want one bad as hell. Okay, that's something you and
Right.
God have to take up, when it's your time, it's your time. But it's other steps you can also take without you having to bash the next woman that choose
Exactly.
not to give life to this world. Like,
Exactly.
I just feel
You're
like as
absolutely.
women, we already go through a lot. Um, and a lot of women tear down a lot of women. It is other
Hmm.
options out here, but a lot of people are not educated on them options neither. It's always the first thing: abortion, abortion, abortion. Versus
Okay,
this
so
is the solution for this. This is, another alternative for that. Like, it's different.
okay, so I saw Nashima mention what about a baby that was conceived like with cheating? If it was, does that still make abortion an option? Yeah, it's an option, but I just don't feel like, okay, he cheated and or she cheated and they stepped out and they had a baby outside of their relationship or the marriage. And of course, you in your home life, you don't want this because you stepped out on me for one and then you had a baby. But, I still feel like, why not if he stepped out on you and had the baby and that girl decides to have the baby or that man decides to keep the baby, then I feel like now as a family, that's what you guys will have to deal with. Either you can be a part of it or you can walk away from it. I don't
Right.
feel like because they had a baby outside of you that, or because the girl stepped out and she cheated and she got pregnant, that she should go and abort it. No, because you will have to face that fun. So no, I just hope that abortion will be the last option.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I just hope that abortion will be the last option. And before we wrap this up, I do want to ask you what would be some wise words that you would give to any woman out there or man who are considering getting an abortion? What should they know?
I would say think before you react because it's something you can never take back once it's done. And also pray about it. Like, nobody's perfect. God knows your heart. Like, at the end of the day, that's something you have to live with. Coming from,
Mhm.
a marriage, coming from,
Mhm.
kids outside of a marriage,
Yes.
I can look at it from all points of view. Like, I just say pray, talk to God, and you just got to live with your choice. Rather you give birth to the child or you abort the child. Like, only God can judge you. I don't give a damn
Mhm.
what the next person's saying, what guilt trip they trying to put on you. That's something you got to deal with for the rest of your life. And I feel like abortion should be the last option, but it also should be a choice. Like, at the end of the day, like, it
It
should be a
should
choice.
be your choice.
Yes.
Okay, and another thing, I know I said I got one more thing,
You're
but it's
fine. Go
another thing.
ahead.
Birth control.
Yes.
Birth control. Let's talk about birth control because
Oh, I
I
wish my
see
doctor was up
that.
here.
You said what?
You said what now?
Birth control. Do you believe in birth control?
Um, I'm gonna tell you like it is. I'm fertile as hell. I can't speak for everybody, but I done had four of them fail me. I wish I could
Hmm.
like join Dr. King in this live or my ex-husband in this live. Like, it don't work for everybody. It says it's 99.9%. I done
Mm.
got pregnant off the Mirena. I done got pregnant off everything but the thing in my arm. It don't work for
Wow.
everybody. Just so I had my kids, but everybody that get messed up don't want to take that route. Like, if okay, I'm on birth control, I still got pregnant. I'm on birth control obviously for a reason. If they decide
Hmm.
to get an abortion, that's their choice. I can't read all of these comments.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna let them. I'm gonna give them some time to have questions for you because I know some of them do have questions for you. But my concern about the birth control thing was the side effects of birth control. When I was doing my research, I saw that it comes with menstrual issues,
Hmm.
high blood pressure issues, headaches, mood swings, tender breasts, blood clots,
Depression
cancer,
sometimes.
stroke, or heart attack. Yeah. So
So,
like.
and a lot of females be on birth control, like say for instance they got on in the sixth grade or whenever their parent put them on it. And that be a lot of reasons why a lot of females in the black communities can't conceive because they're messed up behind that birth control. That's not
Yeah, that's why.
normal. That's nothing, you definitely should do your research because everything has side effects.
Yes, I'm like they trying to give you birth control to start from, creating babies, but they about to kill you with this stuff. Like because I mean, cancer, stroke, heart attack,
Hair
all
loss,
because of
it'd be all types of stuff going on with it. Early menopause, it'd be all types of side effects.
that is crazy. That is crazy. Give me a time. What time is it?
Oh my God.
Somebody tell me the time. They about let me know. Do anybody got any questions while we talking about it? If you just now joining us, Shawanda is pro-choice. She feel like you have your own basic human right to choose and decide if you want to continue growing your family, having a baby, or if it's not the right time for you, abortion is an option too. She is pro-choice. Is anybody else out there pro-choice? Where my pro-choice people at? And I'm here still stuck in the middle because it's like I feel this way about this, and then I feel that way about that. Does anybody have any questions for Shawanda before she leaves? I see everybody is lit in the comments talking to
Yeah,
each
I
other.
can't. I see like them going briefly. Like it's not coming up regular. It's just like coming up. I see
You
Maisha
have a
Water said
question?
me.
Yes. What is your question for Shawanda, Maisha? Mm, looks like we got kind of froze here. Oh, you're saying okay. Oh, you guys saying that you are pro-choice. Okay, great. That's a great thing. 7:40. Okay. All right. So, well, it looks like Shawanda has left us, but it's time for my next guest. Taylor, are you here? Yeah, everybody's situation is different, but what we can say is the same is that a child is here, and the child, I feel like, there's other options. Everybody's situation is different, but also the other options are different as well. You know, and it's coming from someone who doesn't. Okay, let me get Shawanda back for you. Are you guys ready for Taylor? Hey,
I'm
what
sorry
happened,
about that. My
girl?
connection messed up. But what was her
She
question?
said she was basically agreeing that she's pro-choice. I have a lot of people here that are pro-choice, so that is interesting. I guess everybody feel like it's a case by case thing, and whatever you decide is right for you and your family at the time is your business. I've had an abortion, and
I
I'm
agree.
still pro-life. Okay, some people have had abortions before and then changed because they realized that's just not a viewpoint for them. So it's
Right.
really, really, really a really huge topic because, like I said, some people really take, pregnancy and children that is really, really serious. So some people, really don't play when it comes to those things. They feel like, you have our pro-life people who are all for every living thing should just live, despite whatever you have going on.
But you think about like pro life, but that goes on like past just
Yeah.
kids. Like you ain't not eating, saying, "Oh, I'm pro life and I'm not killing. I don't want birds and shit to be getting killed." Like kids are kids, but
Mhm.
if it's the beginning stage, like I said, that would be the last option. I still think it should be able to be a choice.
Yes, definitely, definitely.
Like the viewer said, she had an abortion and she's still pro-life.
Yeah.
But like I said, whatever her reason to be, you still had that choice.
Right.
You was still able to make that decision no matter what the situation was. It was still your choice. Even though now that you've done it, your view may be different on the
Mhm.
subject, but it's still something you had to go through to. She said swallow.
I, don't start that mess
I
up.
agree.
Don't start it.
Well, Rolanda, me or you definitely is not good at swallowing because we have more than, a few kids.
God, okay. She said it's a traumatic. It's a traumatic. I can't see what's behind my bar. What is it? What does that say, Shawanda?
I don't
Okay, it's
see it neither.
traumatic. Shouldn't do it again, but it's still a woman's choice. Yeah, I mean that's the thing about the traumatic thing too. I'm looking for a woman that can sit here and tell me, yes, it was a traumatic experience. Yes, I've gotten pregnant. It was a rape or a cheating situation or whatever, but I still decided to give birth to the child and move on with my life. That is a big thing to do. It's a strong thing to do because a lot of people wouldn't want, to have that constant reminder of what happened sitting in there growing in them. So
Right.
that is a hard pill to swallow. That definitely is. Well, like I said, I want to thank you for joining the show. You are very, very, very
You're
much
welcome.
loved. I really appreciate you for doing that, and you stood on your ground, stood your grounds about being pro-choice. And like you said, it's just different strokes for different foes. You just so happen to choose pro-choice. So I want to thank you for joining, Shawanda. Make sure you
Well,
stay
thank you
tuned
for
for your
having
show.
me. I will, love. I will. I'm here for the
All
comments.
right.
Most definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. So that was her take on abortions. She is definitely a pro-choice girl. Now I'm about to have my Taylor. Let's see if I can get her. Taylor, are you here with us? Because I didn't see you in the comments. But we need to have a guest up here who's interested in speaking about pro-life. So give me just 1 second, guys. Okay. All right, there we go. Hey, Taylor. So go ahead and request so that we can get you on. Just request to join the live and I'll add you in. Yeah, no problem. No worries. We have you here. It's okay. My doctors advised me not to get pregnant, but I did. I have mine, but I do believe women. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So now we're going to hear from Taylor. Taylor is going to be giving us her take on being pro life. Come on, Taylor. I'm ready for you. Come on and join in. So, anybody out there is pro life? Where are my pro life people at? You just request to join. Just like when you see me on live, just say request to join. Thank you guys for being so patient. I want to see some of my pro life people. Where's the pro life people? Do I have any pro life viewers up here? Yeah, y'all help my baby Taylor out. You say you're just I'm pro, so you're just pro. I'm looking for pro life people. Oh, so Keisha Core, you're pro life. Heather Smith is pro life. Yeah, you said add Maisha. Well, Taylor's coming for pro life. I'm waiting on Taylor now. Um, hold on. Yeah, because we got to hear about pro life. I definitely want to hear what someone who represents pro life stand for. Oh, they said add Daisha in. Where's my? I don't see too many pro life people. You want me to run back what pro life is? Okay, we'll definitely talk about it. Pro life. Hmm. Well, pro-life. The term pro-life was birthed from the abortion wars of the 1970s. The pro-life movement has grown into a thriving community of those who meet political issues with the mindset that all human life is valuable. Whether you are a preborn baby, a newborn, an elderly person, or someone with disabilities and special needs, your life matters. At its core, pro life is about the value and equality of all human beings. So, pro life is just all for human beings, human life. They just all for it, no, regardless of what. That's what pro life is. So if you're just joining in, and we were just speaking about pro-life and pro-choice. Shawanda Wynn was just up here telling us about pro-choice and why she stands with that view, and I definitely respect that. But now it's time for some pro-life. Never mind my why. Yeah. What about some of the guys? Do you guys think that men encourage you guys to have abortions a lot of the times? I hear that sometimes too. It's like the guys will force it on the woman to have an abortion. Do you think even against her own will? Sometimes the woman like I want the child. Regardless if the guy's in my life or not. I if he's in the child life or whatever the case may be, I want the child, and the guy's like aborted, 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 and so she goes and get that done. So men do that too. That's weird. Or what about women using the abortion trick on guys, saying that they're pregnant and really not pregnant, or be pregnant and they get the abortion money and do the dash. Let's talk about that too. So men will encourage women to go get an abortion like, wow, like just go get it, go get it. I mean, do y'all both agree on that respectfully, or you just go ahead and do it? Just because he said that, well, I don't want no children, so go get an abortion. And you're like, I want a baby though. Yeah, I want to talk about that because it's a lot of abortion schemes that girls do. I've seen it with my own eyes now. I've seen it. They're, I'm pregnant. Get that money and, they go get full set, mani petty, might grab a bite to eat. I mean, it's a few women that did the dash. I have seen the dash now. Y'all women know what I'm talking about. I have seen people doing the dash. I've seen the dash before you know it, they or not be pregnant at all. I have seen women not pregnant at all and I told that man, yeah, Taylor, I'm waiting for you. I'm trying to get you to join. Aren't you ready? Hold on. Somebody help Taylor, y'all. She trying to get up here. I don't know how. I don't invited her. Let me see. Yeah, I have definitely got you up there. What's the dash? Okay, the dash is getting that money from him and either not going to go get the using it for everything under the sun besides going to go get an abortion. They would take the money. Either if they really pregnant, they'll stay pregnant and go ahead and go about their business, or they will lie and say that they're pregnant to get the money and do the dash, meaning like they just go out have a good time, pay their rent, do whatever, because abortions run you about what, about 350, don't it? I have seen it. I have seen it. I have definitely seen it. I need me a pro life person to join. I don't know what's going on with Taylor. I done sent out the invite. I told her just press the button to say join live. And what is this thing about it's not considered killing the baby if you're just, oh, I'm three. I found out when I was 3 weeks by the month. Okay, okay, Taylor. I'll wait on you, baby. Just let me know when you ready to join. Just click the button. I'll get you in. But yeah, so them saying that, oh, I found out when I was just a month, the baby is the size of a sweet pea, so that's not murder. Is that it's still an abortion, right? You know, does that count? So whoever said, yeah, women do the dash. Women do the dash. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I am talking about. But I need me a pro life viewer. Who's bold enough to join? While we wait for Taylor to get everything together. Oh yeah, yeah. People fake, yeah, faking pregnancy. Don't act like y'all have never seen it before, cause y'all know that girls would do that. Well, I know I've seen it. I know I've seen it. Research. You go look at the conceptions of trimesters. Okay, you can say all of that, but if you have a baby inside of you, you have a life growing in there. It's a life. I don't care. You have a baby growing. I mean, I feel like that's just excuses for okay, well, it's not that bad. I mean, because I was only a month. So that's Taylor, you see what Priscilla said? Okay, you ready to fill in. Okay, well go ahead and request to join Heather until Taylor gets ready. Because I think Taylor's having. Okay, and Marcus said I'm okay with you okay with abortion. I mean, so you're pro choice. You're pro choice. I mean, like I said, I'm on the fence about it, but I still feel like, abortion should just be oh, there goes Taylor there. There she there. There she there. She's here. Hello, Taylor.
Maurice, oh my God, I'm so sorry, y'all. I had to update Instant Messenger specifically, not Facebook.
It's okay. It's totally fine. We get it, we
Oh
get
my,
it. But I'm just
let me
I'm
put some
glad
lip
to
gloss
hear you.
on. How you doing? It's been
I'm doing
years.
well. I am doing well. It's so good to like have you on because I haven't seen you in a long time for one. You've always been beautiful, Taylor. And then you really want to help
You
me
as
and
well.
such a time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so I'm glad to finally have you here. Go
Yeah,
ahead and
let
get
me
get
know
your
if this music in the background is bothering. I'm trying to kind of like not hear my like conversation, have other people hear all my business. So if it's
okay.
bothering y'all, let me know if it's like too loud.
No problem at all. So Taylor, we have Taylor here, guys. And Taylor is pro life. So tell me, Taylor, has are you a mother?
No, I am not. I'm a child, but I'm
Hmm.
not a mother.
Okay, you're not a mother, but however, you do stand on the whole pro life thing. Have you ever had an abortion before?
No, but I've done everything that could have put me in that predicament, just like
Okay.
most people.
Yeah, we're human. We're living. We make mistakes. We do whatever.
I'm not judging, but my thing is, why are you pro-life?
Well, I mean, for one, the whole like jumping from like prevention
Hmm.
and yeah, pretty much that going
Yeah.
to yeah, I feel like we're like automatically choosing to play the victim
Hmm.
um versus saying, "Oh, well, you know what? I'll just make better decisions." Versus be having to fight. Because I see myself arguing with some people, like on Facebook, for instance, and I get it, but it just sounds weird to me when I hear someone like, it's my body, I could do what I want. I mean, I get it. You can do what you want, but why do you want that to be an option? It's such an unnecessary option to the point where I don't feel like we even have to voice it as much as we do. Like things happen, but it's to the point where we're literally like, no, I want this option. Let me have this option. And I'm like, it's there, but we should be
Yeah.
avoiding the option.
So, like Shawanda was saying,
And I
before
missed
I
everything, so you're gonna have to like bring me up to speed.
okay. So Shawanda, I had Shawanda on the show before you came, and Shawanda is pro-choice. She feel like everybody has that human right to choose what they want to do as far as family planning. So she said that and I asked her about some of the reasons why she would consider abortion or anybody would consider abortion. She was talking about things like health issues, things that like rape or traumatic experiences. So I want to ask you, as a person with a pro-life view, how would you feel? How do you feel about someone being raped or in bad shape in health and maybe going to have some complications with carrying a child or having this traumatic experience and having a baby in them that reminds them of that every day? Being that you're pro-life, how do you think a person would? How do you feel about that?
Well, I did look up the numbers for, and I heard about it before I looked it up for like rape
Mm.
and even like someone mentioned like incest, I think, or I think I just saw the two
Yeah,
together.
incest, that's a thing too.
Yeah, and even someone pointed out to me that, okay, what about most people? They're not going to go there and willingly say, hey, my dad raped me, so I'm aborting my, brother. Like,
Hmm.
they're going to probably just go to get an abortion. So when you look up the statistics, the numbers are so low. It's like literally less than 2% for both groups, both the incest and rape, that go to, from what they say, right?
Yeah.
That go to get abortions. Personally, the option is there, right,
Hmm.
for people to do that if that happens. But those numbers don't even compare to the numbers that are outside of that, outside of rape and outside of that, even outside of like immature young women. It's like
Okay.
actually older women doing it, like
Hmm.
women 20 and up, the majority, right? Not like 15, 16, 17.
Right, but what I'm asking
And
is, okay,
health, you mentioned health.
yeah.
So with that, I mean, personally, I'm not even gonna front. I'm like someone who wants to go off of like more so of faith with God than what a doctor would tell me. So one,
Okay.
if I know my health is like an issue, I'm gonna like think twice before I get pregnant or do what it takes to get pregnant. But unless I find out after the case, I'm more so trying to go by having some type of faith. You know,
Okay.
not like I'm not even trying to be funny here. I'm
Yeah,
serious.
no, no, I'm listening. I'm
I'm
listening.
so serious. Like I'm not gonna like I'm the type of person not even trying to be funny, especially with what I've studied, for instance, with health.
Hmm.
Like if a doctor told me or family or friend right now, oh, you have cancer or you have AIDS or HIV, I know what to tell you unless I have to tell you where to go or I know what to tell you to do.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's like I don't really with the health thing, I get that the option is there. But the thing is, I don't think these cases are women who are dealing with health issues. I think the majority, I'm trying to say, is just like, oh, I just don't want to deal with this. Like I'm not even going to hold, well, was there another one you mentioned before I go ahead?
Yeah, well, Yeah, I was talking about you being pro life. Okay, I'm gonna put you in the scenario. You was raped
And I've
at
actually been raped before. I actually spoke about that on Facebook years ago. Um,
so I'm sorry to hear that. I really wasn't trying to reference to
oh
that
no,
part,
but
but
I've been there. I've been there. I didn't end up pregnant. I don't even know. I can't even say the guy actually penetrated me, but there's like a 95% chance that I was drugged. I fell asleep in a car, and then this
mm,
person did this stuff to me while I was knocked out in the car. And I spoke on this years ago. So
okay.
yeah, I know how that can be.
And if you had gotten pregnant in that situation, how would you have handled
I'm
that?
not even gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you right now. I could not think that. I don't think I would have been saying to myself, "Oh, I'm okay with having this kid." Abortion would have been one of the first things that came to my mind. Would I have gone through with that? I don't know. But I'm gonna be honest. That would have been the first thing that crossed my mind.
Is to get an abortion?
That would have been the first thing that crossed my mind if I was like raped by a guy. It's not even like a guy that I consensually had sex with. Even if it was like, okay, something just happened, you guys just ended up pregnant, but this was like a whole person I didn't want, and I didn't even have any type of relation with whatsoever, nothing. He just took, and then I found out later he was a serial rapist. I just
Mm,
happened to fall asleep around an actual rapist. So yeah, that scenario, I understand it. That's why the option is there. The option is there. Things happen. But I
mm,
wouldn't go, hey, let's just go aborting kids, but things happen and I get it.
right.
Those type of things happen.
Yeah. So being a person with a pro life view, you don't feel like so there is some conditions that where they're okay, well now I can get an abortion because I was raped. Is that even being
The
pro
thing
life
is,
though?
like, anybody can do what they want. That's the thing. You can do what you want. I just don't agree with the reasoning. People are just like, it's my body. Who cares if it's your body? Like, you're killing another person now because of what? If it's not rape and if it's not incest. It's like the reasoning behind it is what I don't agree with. It's like you can do what you want, but they're making it seem like it's such a like valuable like thing they're giving to
Yeah, like
people.
it's just like a fad, like a fashion. Like, okay,
Right.
slipped up,
Oh
let
yeah,
me go
just
take
go
it.
do it. And that's why I'm
Yeah.
like, what's so funny though, Maurice? Like right before I got on live with you, I was just listening to this dude talking on Instagram. And then this had nothing to do with this
Mm-hmm.
whatsoever. And then towards the ending of his video, it was like an hour long, he mentioned a barren woman. And I'm not
Mm-hmm.
talking about like bearing, like having a kid. I'm talking about a barren woman who doesn't have. So then he talked about this coming from Isaiah 54, and
Mm-hmm.
literally it talks about the desolate. There are the children of the desolate women are more than of the woman with a husband.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I was just like, wow, like out of all times, I hear this specific thing he's touching on. So, my thing is, why are there so many children of the desolate woman? What are we doing to have so many children around? And my homegirl touched on that. She was like, imagine all these people having these kids and they don't even want them. And I get that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely do. Like I just how I look at it as far as pro life, I view pro life as, you know, regardless of whatever had happened, besides health issues. But some people go to the extent of having a health issue, and they're like, well, if I'm gonna lay down and give my life to God, while I'm giving birth to my baby, then so be it. I look at that as pro life. Or I was raped, you know, it was a traumatic experience for me. I really don't like to even go back to, that time, but I happened to been pregnant too. I got pregnant because of it, and I'm still gonna choose to give the child life, whether it's with me or with the next person. That's how I view pro
So,
life.
guess what? I was almost aborted. I never had a kid, but I was almost aborted. Like literally, family members supposedly convinced my mom not to
Hmm.
abort me. And my mom, for one, her and my dad didn't work out. But what I so much admire about how my mom handled the situation. She wasn't impressed. Once she found out that my dad was not doing what he was supposed to be doing, she was like, forget this. I don't want him. Right? It's like she didn't even
Mhm.
want anything from him. It wasn't like, oh, I'm about to put him on child support. I'm about to do this. Like, it was just like, forget this guy. And walked away.
Wow.
But
And
sorry,
go ahead, baby.
she found out when she was pregnant. And you know what's funny?
Mhm.
I found out when I was 16 while living in Kinston that I had a brother 2 months older than me who was born in South America. And my mom never even knew about this.
Someone asked, "How do you feel about almost being aborted? How does that make you feel?"
Well, honestly, like I put up in the comments under the same abortion post I spoke on, I think,
Mhm.
or was it another post? I understand my mom's frustrations. Shit, because I
Mhm.
don't even have kids and I see how frustrating life can be. So I understand her frustrations. I've been through relationships. I understand her frustrations. So the most I can say is that I am so like proud of my mom, and I want to
Mhm.
show her that I owe her the world and more than that for actually not going through with that.
Mhm.
She told me specifically what cousin it was that talked her out of it and everything. And she did a pretty good job, with the help of my family. I'm not saying every person has help,
Mhm.
but my mom almost got rid of me, like literally, just because she was probably sad, really, really sad that the person she thought she put all that trust into was trustworthy and then found out wasn't. And sometimes people go and rip a fetus out off of something like that. Like,
Yeah.
and that's crazy. It's like, bruh, I mean, you laid down, I get it, but it's like at some point, especially when we get older, where is the responsibility? Like, if we're gonna lay down and do these things, it's like take it upon yourself to just take care of the child or give it up for adoption, something.
Yeah, because there is other options. But if I'm not mistaken, a little bit here talking with you, it sounds like you're almost pro-choice.
No, I'm not against, this is the thing. I'm not against people having a choice. Like you have free will. You could do what you want. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? But my whole thing is we're actually arguing about
Mhm.
wanting the option. And I'm
Right.
like, what is the point of you pressing this? Like, someone pointed out to me the only reason it's a thing now is because a lot of white women are having abortions. And
Yeah.
if it took white women to have abortions for us to care about our numbers, then oh
Mhm.
well, we should have been cared about our numbers.
Exactly.
You know how
Because
many? Sorry.
go ahead. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know how many black women I know that done aborted children? I'm not
Yeah.
saying that they didn't have to, but I can't say that they had to.
They said it's a huge killer in the black community of aborting, but my thing is, uh, why would it be so hurtful to other people in the community? Because of a choice that one mother has made. Some people say that they aborted the baby because they didn't want, simply because they knew that they couldn't give them a great life. And I guess the option of them being adopted, I guess that's just not something that the parent wants to do. I mean, like Shawanda said, I feel like them carrying the baby. Are you still here? Okay, yeah. I might have to get Taylor off, but like I was saying, yeah, I just feel like because that is a huge thing right now in the black community. Well, it's been for a long time. Abortion being like one of the number one killers of why we can't grow as a people, but at the same time, we're minorities, and so I'm looking at it, the woman just thinking like, okay, I'm going to abort the baby because first of all, I'm not financial, like you said, financially ready, and I don't want him to grow up in this systematic, uh, racial, you know, hindrance that we have as black people. They probably don't even want them dead for those reasons. So, I mean, there's plenty of different reasons that they would do that.
I'm sorry about that.
It's fine. It's fine. So, I have a question for you though. What is some advice or wise word that you would give to anyone who is considering abortion?
Wow. I mean, I don't know under what circumstances, but if it's not like rape or incest or something like that, I would really advise them or suggest that they really pray to God about it
Mm-hmm.
and then go from there about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really not about aborting, but I'm not against taking away someone's rights. If you want to do something, do it. It's just that it's too much of a thing. And the numbers are just ridiculous. Like you said, when I cut myself off by accident, the numbers are like so crazy. We're talking about people killing us, and we have no
Yeah.
issue with going to kill. Like, you know, the verse that talks about God knew you since in the womb or something like that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
regardless if people want to believe it or not, I mean, there's something that talks about that. Supposedly, your
Yeah.
creator knowing you since you've been in the womb. I'm not
Yeah.
talking about at 9 months, but literally probably since you formed.
Yeah.
Then yet some people are saying, oh, it's a fetus, it's just a fetus, it's nothing.
Right. See, I'm glad that you mentioned that because people don't even get to deep thinking that way. That it could have been. We don't know who that person could have been that you decided to do that to. So, I definitely agree to your viewpoints as well. I'm still kind of in the fence about pro-choice or pro-life because it's just something really, really, really hard to think about when it comes to everybody's in their own separate situations.
We need to
Um,
take more responsibility seriously because I really believe that most of those cases are probably cases where people just did what creates babies probably a million times and then just up and said, okay, I can't afford this, or me and this person broke up and we don't want to deal with it. Like, we have to be more responsible. Like, I know personally that I did shit that could have landed me a whole baby, but I didn't end up
mhm.
with one. But I would have to take on that responsibility. As we have to, how many kids were killed? Millions. Millions of people decided to say, I don't want to take on this responsibility. Like over
No,
and over and over and over and over again. And some of them are women who literally aborted multiple times. For some reason, there's a few women who abort over and over and over again.
yeah,
I don't know what
yeah.
that's about.
What is that
That's
about?
like a thing. I'm telling you, a lot of these things start in the spirit realm. We really need to pray against these things because that's like happening all like it's not even like it's common. Let me put it that way. It's actually common that, and I know black women. I've heard
Mhm.
of black women that done aborted more than once.
Wow.
So, yeah, we need to start keeping our legs closed,
Hmm.
something like that. I think a little bit more until we find a husband, something like that. And also, what I was telling you before I go, that verse that I randomly came across with that guy talking about, that
Hmm.
chapter, it was
Hmm.
talking about the woman who doesn't have children, like, be happy. Like, to be
Hmm.
happy and rejoice. Like, not everyone is even meant to be a mom. Some women can't even bear children, but then the ones who can, some of them are just getting rid of them like it's nothing.
Yeah. Should those women be judged?
I'm not saying judge them, but we need to literally own up to what we're doing. And if that leads us to being more like aware of the consequences or something, like aware that there are consequences, even something like it's not about shaming the
Yeah.
person, it's like the act, to like check the act, and then maybe we can like try to not be a part of that problem anymore.
Yeah.
But people go through stuff, they have reasons, and I understand that.
Absolutely. Well, I want to thank you, Taylor, for joining in and sharing your views with us.
It was
It
so
was so
good
lovely to have.
talking with you. Yes, it was so good talking to you. You look great. Look like you ain't aged a
Thank you.
bit. Take
Oh,
care of
thank you.
yourself out
So do
there.
you. And
Thank you.
keep in touch and make sure that you continue to watch my videos. And I will love your intake in the comments as well when I go
Okay.
live. So
All
please
right, I'll
stay in
do
touch with
that.
that.
I'm sure I'll
All
see you
right.
on my feed more now.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Be good.
Thank you.
Bye.
So, guys, there you have it. I see you guys being very active in them comments down there. I don't know what's going on in here. Like I got some little heavy debating going on down there. I was like trying to concentrate on Taylor, but I was looking down there. But guys, like I said, at the end of the day, It was so hard to choose between the two. I feel like some of the pro-life views are looking at like, it's a life, don't destroy. You could have been aborted, but look at you, you're a great person and you're living and loving life. Some I look at it that way too. Let's just appreciate all living things and give everybody a chance. And then I look at pro-choice, you know, right now is not the time to have a baby. I want kids, but just not right now. I can't see myself having a child and putting it off for adoption when I know that's going to kind of make me feel a little guilty as a mother because now I got to know that I got a child out here in the world living. So then I look at it that way too. And I feel like pro choice, like I said, pro choice is not just saying that you will go get an abortion, but you would understand and respect someone who does. So, guys, at the end of the day, I'm kind of leaning towards pro-choice because I just feel like it's a case by case thing, and just whatever you decide, just you will have to live with that. And that's where I stand at with my views. I feel like I'm team pro-choice. I'm team pro-choice, and there you have it. But I'm about to wrap this up, guys. Please make sure you go right now and follow me on YouTube. Let's grow that page for me, guys, because I'm really trying to do that. So everybody, because my Facebook thing, it's not working that well, but I will always upload up there for the Facebook people because everybody's not YouTubers. But please go and do that. I enjoyed this live tonight. Like Kenya said, it was very, very, very powerful. And I love that you mentioned that by Aisha that said, I'm just pro. I'm just pro. That's where I am. Matter of fact, I'm just pro. But thank you guys. And for the ones out there who are mothers and taking care of their kids, I know it's hard and I know it's a job and I know it's all beauty, all wrapped in one. So power to you guys. I love everybody and good night.